Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona and welcome back if you've practiced with me before. Today's class is part 6 of the full body series of classes, and it's a 60-minute Vinyasa flow class designed to bring vitality to your whole body with a particular focus on opening the chest, the heart space. And if you would like to practice today with blocks, I'd suggest one block and a yoga belt, although it's not essential. And if you are enjoying the classes and you'd like to support me, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and consider joining Patreon. All the details are in the description below. I really hope you enjoy your practice. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. And begin your practice coming into your comfortable seat. You might like to cross your legs or begin kneeling. Sitting easily upright in your own way. And once you're situated, gently close your eyes. Take the next few moments to observe your natural breath. Becoming still, except for its movement. In the tradition of yoga, the seat of consciousness resides in our heart space. And this consciousness is a state of being awake and aware of our surroundings, and also the state of our mind. And your breath and the way you breathe is the bridge from your physical body to your mind and emotions. In our practice together today, I encourage you to focus your energy on maintaining an open heart space through an intentional and liberal breath. Physically, we'll bring more fluidity and strength around that space, but any time you may feel distracted or your mind wanders, just shepherd your awareness back to the quality and placement of your breath so you can connect back to your own being. As you direct your breath in and out of the nose now, begin to lengthen it out. Sense the wave-like cadence of your breath and start to sweep your breath into the full circumference of your lungs, wide and full, into the front, the back, the sides of your lungs. Take 5 more nourishing breaths, sending your breath into any spaces where you may feel depleted, any places that you need replenishment. And take 1 more full breath in, carry it all the way up underneath your collarbones and hold. Keep holding, feel this sense of fullness. And then exhale out of your mouth, let it go. Bring your palms together at the center of your chest, bowing your head toward your heart. And take a moment here to get clear on your focus, your intention for your practice today. Moving into your practice from this space of grounded intention and presence. Gently blink the eyes open and make your way into your version of child's pose at the back of your mat. Feel your breath now moving and doming the back of your ribs. Your breath spherical, moving and flowing into the spaces between your ribs, around the back of your heart space. And this is your rest pose. You can return to this shape whenever you need to do less or take rest. Just join back in the flow whenever you're ready. On your inhale, glide up onto all fours and flow through a few rounds of cat and cow, arching and rounding the spine. And just moving at a pace that allows you to feel the fullness of your breath, the gentle opening of your heart on your inhale, your belly softening, the cave of your heart space, your back rounding on your exhale. And coming back to a neutral spine, take the next few breaths to move into Anahatasana, keeping your hips stacked over your knees. Walk your hands forward and wide, and then melt your chest toward your mat. Giving yourself every opportunity to move gently toward your edge. So you're cultivating a quality of being compassionate with your body as you move it. So making sure you have a little wiggle room. Can you move your shoulders forward and back? And that the expression of the pose targets not the lower back with any compression, but opens and melts the chest and heart down toward your mat. And send your gaze forward now, coming down onto your belly for Sphinx Pose. And then feel into your whole shape as you land. Spread and press all 10 toes into your mat. Draw the inner thighs toward one another. Then sense the line of your spine gently curving, inviting your breath to lift through the front of the chest, the back of the heart, as you slide the shoulder blades down away from your ears. So feel free to stay here or open your hands out about 6 to 8 inches, then go to the fingertips and work towards straightening the arms, lifting the chest a little higher. So go only as far as your low back feels happy, only as far as you like the sensation and your breath is deep. Take another full breath and exhale, lower. Hands by your low ribs, roll on your knees, shift back to a child's pose. Full breath in, full breath out. On your inhale, come up onto all fours and tuck your toes. Make your way into your first downward facing dog. And take all the time you need here to move your body, just tapping into your own intuitive movement. Try and sense what your body is craving. Feel the direction of your breath and how it's flowing. And take 3 more breaths to settle yourself towards stillness, finding a soft, steady gaze. On an inhale now, ripple forward to a high push-up. And knees can come to the floor here to modify if you like. On an exhale, lower to your belly. Keep your hands by your lowest ribs, your head low, just hovering. On an inhale, raise just your legs. On an exhale, lower the legs and lift your chest. Locust, cobra. Inhale, lower the chest. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. We'll do that twice more. Forward to your plank pose. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, just the legs lift. Exhale, legs touch down and lift your chest. Lower with your in-breath and press back, downward facing dog with your out-breath. Plank on your in-breath and lower. Locust cobra, and downward facing dog. We'll take the heat out of the hands now. Next breath in, looking forward. Bend the knees, travel lightly to the top of your mat. Space your feet. Take a generous bend in the knees. Slide the palms of your hands under the soles of your feet, taking gorilla arms. And then invite your toes to wriggle up toward your wrist creases. And you can keep that deep bend in the knees. Just slightly drop your weight forward, lifting the palms against the resistance of your hands. Take a few breaths and relax your head heavy. Stepping off the hands now, let your arms go soggy. And then slowly rise up to stand. Bring your head, neck, shoulders up last. Then settle your hands to prayer at the center of your chest. On your inhale, raise your arms overhead, Ardha Hastasana. On your exhale here, cactus your arms and bend your knees, lifting your chest, cactus chair pose. Now swim your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Keep the grip as you dive forward over your legs, bend the knees. Lift up halfway, fists draw back, and again fold over your legs. Release your hands, sweep your hands overhead, come to stand. Exhale, hands to prayer at your heart center. Adding on, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus chair. Keep the knees bent, reach the arms back, interlace your fingers. On your exhale, forward fold. Keep the hands on your inhale, lift up halfway, and this time stay low, step your right foot back, full low lunge, tap the right knee down. As you come upright, let your knuckles slide down the back thigh, invite your heart to lift and open, and then neutralize your spine, let it float right above your pelvis. On your inhale, reach your arms overhead. On your exhale, half splits, fingertips to the floor, buttocks back, work towards straightening your left leg, flexing your toes. We'll go between the two, lunging forward, arms reach up, perhaps send the gaze up. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, work towards straightening, folding over your left leg. On your inhale, way forward, come back to your lunge, reach your arms. And on your exhale now, into gate pose. Pivot your right foot behind you, straighten your left leg, face the long edge of your mat, arms to a T. Take a deep breath in, expand from your heart to your fingertips. Exhale, side bend to your left, reaching the right arm up or overhead. Ease off a little as you breathe in. Tip a little deeper as you breathe out. On your inhale, bring your torso upright. Exhale to the other side, right fingertips to the floor. Raise your left leg to the height of your hip and your left arm reaches overhead. Stay here, take a full breath. And on your out breath, bend your left knee and reach your left hand back for your left foot. Catch a hold here or reach back with that intention. Take 3 breaths. Invite your shoulder blades to merge toward one another, opening through the front of your torso. On your inhale, release and extend. On your exhale, return to your gate pose. Take a breath in. And exhale, look to the top of your mat, back to your low lunge. Wimble the hands down, pivot your right knee and step up, top of the mat. Open on your inhale, fold on your exhale. Rise to stand on the wave of your in-breath. Exhale, hands to prayer. Left side now, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus chair. Keep the knees bent, arms reach back, interweave your fingers. And on your exhale, forward fold. Keep the hands lift up halfway, extend. On your exhale, left foot steps back, low lunge, left knee softly down. Inhale, lift your sternum, fists draw down. And then neutralize your spine. As you feel yourself breathe in, arms reach overhead. On your exhale, Anahatanasana, half splits. Fingertips to the floor, drift the hips back. Straighten through your right leg. Go between the two. Inhale, lunge forward, arms reach up, perhaps the gaze up. Exhale, hands to the floor, straighten and fold over your right leg. On your inhale, come back to your lunge, reach your arms. Exhale, gate pose, left toes turn behind, right leg straightens, arms reach wide. Take a breath. Exhale, side bend to your right, reach your left arm overhead. On your in-breath, find some space through the side body. Stay for your out-breath. On your inhale, bring your torso upright. And exhale, left hand to the floor, opposite side, float the right leg up, flex the toes, right arm reaches overhead. Stay here, take a full breath. And on your out-breath, half bow, right knee bends. Reach back, connect your right hand to your right foot. 3 breaths. On your inhale, release and extend. Exhale, return to your gate pose, landing your foot. Arms reach wide, take a breath. Exhale, look to the front of your mat, frame your right foot and step up. Take a halfway lift and then fold in. Come to stand, sweep up and exhale, hands to prayer at your heart. Toe heel your feet together now, 3 rounds, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, take your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank. Take a breath, greet the shape. On your exhale, lower to your belly. Taking locust, then cobra on the wave of your breath. And when you're ready, exhale, press back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Feeling a fullness of your breath around the front and the back of your heart space, into the ribs. End of your next out breath. Bend the knees, moving lightly to the top of your mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, long waist. Exhale and fold. Come to stand. Grow long. Exhale, Tadasana, prayer hands to your heart. Inhale, arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, open your chest forward. Exhale, plank pose. Take a breath. Exhale to your belly. Head stays low, legs lift, locust. Exhale, land the feet, your heart lifts, cobra. Lower down and press back, downward facing dog. Breathing smooth and deep. Final round, looking forward. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back, straight legs. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, root down to rise. Exhale, pause, Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms. And on your out breath, fold over your legs. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, plank. Take a breath in, shift forward onto the toes. Exhale, lower to the floor. Your back bends, locust. Then cobra, flow with your breath. And downward facing dog. Breathing your full circumference breath, front, sides, back of your lungs. And this orientation of breathing really helps to open the space around your heart and your lungs. Also helping you to feel and embody that fullness and spaciousness, which not only shows up in open posture, deeper breath, but an outward capacity for kindness, love, compassion for ourselves and others, optimism and hope. Embodying an open heart really teaches us to be humble and lead with our hearts. On your inhale, look between your thumbs. Exhale, step or hop, top of your mat. Open on your inhale. Fold on your exhale. Rise up to stand, reach up, stretch through the ring fingers. Exhale, put your hands to your heart, thumbs to the center of your chest. Take 3 full cycles of breath. Let your breath lift toward your thumbs. We're going to build our flow now. We're going to take our breath with you as you move. Bend your knees deeply, sit back into chair, Utkatasana. On your exhale, forward fold over your legs. Breathe your chest forward, halfway lift. Option to step back through a Vinyasa or back to downward facing dog. And as we meet back in downward facing dog, slowly raise your right leg up and back, down dog splits. Press back through your heel, level your hips. So your right inner thigh spirals up and your right hip bone points down, toes flexed. Take a breath. And exhale, core lunge in the air. Bring your right knee in toward your nose, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale your right leg straight back. And on your exhale, lightly step up, runner's lunge. Tense your fingers here, stay low. Take a breath. And then on your exhale, pyramid variation. Shift back, straighten both legs, and fold. On your inhale, rebend your right knee. Prepare for warrior one. Ground your left heel. Rise up, warrior one. Use your inhale to find length here. Can you send the left waist slightly forward? On your exhale, circle your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. On your inhale, straighten your right leg. Right hip hugs back, open your chest, your heart. On your exhale, rebend your right knee as you fold to the inside of your right leg. Humble warrior. 3 breathe. Next in-breath, rise all the way up to stand. Loosen the arms, sweep the arms overhead. Press your palms. And then open slowly to warrior two. Lengthening your stride. Softening your shoulders as you steady your gaze forward. Flip your right palm to face up And then reverse, straightening your right leg as you go, tip all the way back, reverse triangle. And then re-bend your right knee, circle your hands to the floor. And step back, plank pose. Lower to your chaturanga. Take a back bend of your choice now, upward dog. Or stay with the locust cobra, no rush. And when you're ready, downward facing dog. Float your left leg up and back now and pause. Press back through your heel, level the hips. And on your exhale, core lunge, left knee to your nose. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, step lightly up, runner's lunge. Come onto the fingertips, take a breath. And then pyramid variation. On your exhale, lift the hips, straighten your legs. Return to your runner's lunge and anchor your right heel. Prepare warrior one. Take your whole breath in to rise, roll the shoulder heads back. And then hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Straighten your left leg. Open your heart. Exhale, re-bend your left knee and fold humble warrior. 3 breaths. Try and hug your left hip in toward your midline. Keep the right leg strong. Breathing on purpose here. So your breath has time to fill up completely, empty fully. Let your inhale carry you all the way up, arms reach up. Press your palms, top of the in-breath. And then open out to your warrior two. Lengthen your stride. Opening your chest through the reach of both your arms. Then flip your left palm up to face up. Reverse triangle, straighten your left leg. Exhale, rebend the left knee, wimble the hands to the floor. Vinyasa, or step quietly back. Downward facing dog, your choice. Take a deep breath in and a calm breath out. Lift your heels high, bend the knees, looking forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Lift your chest. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Press down to rise, come to stand. Hands to your heart. Pause for a moment, take a full cycle of breath. Next sequence, we'll add on a half moon. And if you have a block, you can grab it now, place it to the top right side of your mat. Bring your toes together. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, Vinyasa, or skip it. And we'll all meet up in downward facing dog. On your inhale, raise your right leg up, down dog splits. Exhale, knee to nose and round your spine, moving with your breath. Inhale, down dog splits. On your exhale now, step up to warrior one. Weave your left heel flat to the mat, rise on your inhale. On your exhale, circle your hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your heart, shoulder heads back. Exhale, re-lunge and fold just for a beat, humble warrior. Inhale, come all the way up, arms reach up, palms to touch. Exhale, open slowly to your warrior two. On your inhale, reverse your triangle. On your exhale this time, moving slow into Ardha Chandra Chapasana, half moon pose. Right fingers find the floor, float the left leg up, and just find your steady balance. Hug your right hip in to stabilize your shape. Try and rotate the left shoulder, head back. Hug your ribs in toward your core. Take one more breath. Exhale, release, eyes down, runner's lunge. Take a full cycle of breath here on the fingertips. And then plant the hands, send your right leg up and back, down dog splits. On your exhale now, take figure 4, downward facing dog. Cross your right ankle to the top of your left knee. And then bend your left knee quite deeply. Then send the hips high, your chest toward your thighs. Feeling into the outer right hip here. Then keep the legs as they are. Just set the knees down to the floor. So as you land, your right toes stay tucked if you can. And then arrange your hands under your shoulders. Take a few rounds of cat and cow in this shape. Arching and rounding your spine. Just noticing the slightly different sensations it offers your hip and your low back in this variation. On your in-breath, just neutralize your spine and we'll move into your single leg pigeon from here. So slide your right shin forward to the back of your right hand, extend your left leg back, then come onto the fingertips. Lift your chest on an inhale, shoulder head soft. Exhale to fold forward any amount. And take this moment to pause and welcome the rest. 8 to 10 breath cycles. Keeping a nice soft energy around the back of your neck, shoulders, jaw and face. Last few deep breaths. And then walking your hands in, lifting your chest up. Pause here. You're going to flex your left toes and then bend your left knee. Just sense how that feels in the front of your thigh, your glutes, your hamstrings. An option to stay here or reach your left hand back to catch your left foot, outer or inner side of the foot. Same hand, same foot. And if you've got room to grow here, option to lower onto your right forearm, just an invitation. One more smooth breath in and out. And then release your foot and we'll step back to downward facing dog. Just pausing here, pedaling your heels, and feeling into that spaciousness you've granted yourself. On your inhale, raise your left leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, knee to nose, core lunge. Inhale, down dog splits. Exhale and step up, warrior one. Rise with your in-breath. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Inhale, straighten your left leg, lift your heart. Exhale, humble warrior, bend the knee and fold, empty your lungs. Inhale, lift all the way up, press your palms overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. And now exhale, slow motion, transition into left side, half moon. Keep the weight in your left heel as you raise the right leg. Reach the right arm. So keeping that activation in all your limbs. Breathing down to the pit of your belly so you're stable and contained around the center of gravity. Take one more smooth breath, releasing to your runner's lunge. Take a full cycle of breath here on the fingertips. And then flatten your palms. Inhale, left leg up and back, down dog splits. On your exhale, figure four, downward dog, left ankle to your right knee. Flex your toes there. Bend deeply into your right knee. Lean the hips nice and high. Bringing the chest toward your thighs. Press evenly into your hands there. And keep the shape of the legs. Just drop the knees to the floor now. And here, if you can, the left toes stay tucked. Hands under shoulders, maneuver through a few rounds of cat and cow. And making your way back to a neutral spine, transition into your pigeon pose on the left. Left knee back of the left hand, right leg extending back, leveling out through the hips. Inhale here on the fingertips. Exhale and fold forward, and you might like to come onto your forearms or extend your arms forward. Rest your head. 8 to 10 breath cycles. And just go through that ritual of checking in from your head all the way down to your toes, making sure you're not unnecessarily recruiting your jaw or your shoulders for this shape. And then walking your hands back, lifting your chest. And you might like to draw your left heel in a little closer toward your pelvis here. Right toes tucked, and then bend your right knee. So option to stay here or reach back. Connect your right hand to your right foot. And then also option to move down onto your left forearm. Take one more smooth breath in and out here. And then release your foot. Take the next few breaths. Make your way back into downward facing dog. Next inhale. Looking forward. End of your exhale. Making your way to the top of your mat. Open on your inhale, looking forward, and then fold in. Come all the way to stand, arms sweep overhead, and exhale, hands to prayer at your heart center. We're going to move into a balance combination now, and if you have a block, setting it up top of the mat, and we'll begin with your feet spaced about hips width apart. Balancing on your right, on your in-breath, raise your arms and bring your left knee to your chest, single leg mountain. Just find your balance, steady gaze. On an exhale here, cactus your arms and kick your left leg straight forward. On your inhale, return, single leg mountain, arms up, rebend the left knee. On your exhale now, warrior three, float your arms forward and then down to hover as you extend the left leg back. Just try and square off the hips. Find a steady focus, and of course the floor's there if you need it. Keep your legs, open the arms wide, aeroplane wings. On your exhale, float the arms down and now slowly make your way into a half moon on your right. So right hand finds the block or the floor, opening your torso to your left. Stay here, 3 to 5 breaths. Or you can take Ardha Chandra Chapasana. And to get there, bend both your knees and connect your left hand to your left foot. And then you might stay there or work towards straightening into your right leg if you have the space. So shoulder blades merge in toward the middle of your spine, chest open, perhaps the skull leans back. And if you have the bind now, release, find your extended half moon. And then exhale, step down, forward, fold at the top of your mat. Land your left foot and dangle. You can hold opposite elbows or just let the arms go. Generous bend in the knees. And take a sway, shake off what just happened so we can begin again. And when you're ready, gently roll up through your spine, no rush, come to stand. Once you're upright, roll through your feet a few times, heels to the toes, and find your stable center. Left side now, so spread your left foot wide. On an inhale, raise your arms, right knee to chest, find your steady gaze point, just pause for a moment. And then on an exhale, cactus your arms and kick your right leg straight forward. On an inhale, return to single leg mountain, arms up, right knee to chest. On your exhale, slow motion, warrior three, float your arms forward, then down to hover as you extend the right leg back and keep that lifted leg really strong. Open your arms wide to aeroplane. And then exhale, float the arms down, and this time left side, half moon, left hand to the block or the floor, and open your torso to your right now. So option to remain here, 3 to 5 breaths, or take your bound half moon if that's available. So bending both knees to lower your center of gravity and also to find your foot. Then straightening any amount into the left leg to expand, open your heart. A little bit of a back bend through the upper back. Release and find your extended half moon. And then exhale, step down, fold forward, top of your mat. Well done. Hold on to the frame of your elbows here, just simply fold and release. Take a sway, let your head hang heavy. And then release your hands to the floor, hang in a ragdoll. And if you have a belt, just grabbing it now, take the next few breaths to make your way onto your buttocks. Take a seat in the middle of your mat. And if you don't have a belt, it's okay. You can just imitate the movement without it. we're going to move into a boat variation with a strap. So with your feet on the floor here, take the strap into your hands. If you had it, space your hands shoulder width apart and hold it taut, close to your chest so your elbows can bend. Then lean back onto the soft part of your buttocks and float your heels a few inches from the floor with your toes flexed. So really try and tuck your knees in toward your chest, find your balance, connect with your core, then lift your sternum, shoulders down. Inhale here, straighten your legs forward, and then exhale, tuck your knees back in and see if you can reach forward and loop the belt in front of your feet and toward your buttocks while you balance. Then reverse. Take the belt forward in front of your feet and back to your chest. Again, inhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, tuck them in and then loop the belt forward, reach forward and under. Keep the knees bent, heart lifting, and then reverse. Loop the belt, bring your hands to your chest. Just two more. Inhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, tuck the knees, loop the belt, and then circle the belt back. It gets harder, each one like 10 times harder. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, loop the belt. Stay tucked, abs engaged. Loop the belt back. And this time land your feet. Really good one for strengthening your hip flexors and your core. We're going to take the belt to one side now and make our way down onto our backs. And we'll set up for a bridge combo and then head toward our cool down. So taking your feet to the floor, go ahead, interlace your hands behind the back of your head. So you're just resting your head back into the hammock of your hands. And we'll move between bridge and a curl and then hold in our bridge to re-lengthen through the front abdominals. So you're going to inhale here on your back. Exhale, raise the hips, come into your bridge, light squeeze to the buttocks just for a beat. And then inhale, lower back down. On your exhale, lift your chest toward your knees for a curl. Inhale, lower. Exhale for bridge, lift the hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and curl. 3 more. Concentrate on keeping your inner elbows wide and looking up toward the ceiling as you come into your curl. And then pressing through your hamstrings, lifting your chest on your bridge. Just move nice and slow. Next time you're up in your bridge, just hold there. You can release your hands down by your sides. Hands can catch the edge of your mat or interlace your hands under your buttocks. Rolling your upper arms under your chest. Take 5 full cycles of breath. And then releasing down, release your shoulders and tuck your knees in toward your chest. Rest for a few moments. And winding down now, take our feet to the floor, hips width apart, arms alongside your body. Then pick up your right foot just a little and thread it under toward your left buttocks for a quad stretch. So reach down, catch your right foot with your left hand. Relax your right knee down toward the floor. And if the shape doesn't quite work for your quads or your hips, simply relax the right knee out to the side. Breathing smooth and deep, perhaps exploring, extending the length of your exhales, just to down-regulate the nervous system. And we'll make our way into a twist on our right now. Release the left hand and then stack your knees. Left knee on top of your right. Arms open wide to a T or cactus, your arms if that feels best. Take 5 to 8 slow breaths. Making your way back to center and switch sides. Starting with your quad stretch, connect your right hand to your left foot under your right buttocks. Then relaxing the left knee down toward the floor. And then sealing your practice with a twist to your left. And just shifting your hips back a little to the right as the knees fall to the left. Opening the arms wide and take 5 to 8 calm breath. And then gently releasing, gathering any additional layers or props you may wish to make yourself more comfortable for rest now. Taking a final few minutes to sit or recline quietly in shavasana. Legs out long, arms by your side, palms up. And letting go of all your effort now with a big sigh. Sensing your body bearing down into the support that's holding you. Really feel the weight of your shoulders drop. Letting go of any holding in the hips. Let the pelvis go heavy, your belly relax. Moving toward a place of stillness as you breathe, your body and the practice all settle. And from this quiet place, invite your awareness to drift toward the space of your heart. And simply be with the feeling tone of your breath there. Your heart softening and expanding with your breath. Every exhale allowing yourself to soften deeper and deeper toward rest. And now, just for a moment, bring to mind a time where you experienced a feeling of great joy and contentment. And just holding this moment in your mind's eye, recollect this time with as much detail as possible. The sounds, smell, the sights that surrounded you. And drop into that feeling even deeper, allowing yourself the emotion of joy to enter into the very front of your awareness, into the space of your heart. And letting the details of that time now dissolve, but remain with that feeling of joy in your heart. Feeling your breath surrounding that space. Content and at peace just as you are. Remain here simply feeling the nurturing effects of letting go. And I'll be back to guide you back. And gently, softly beginning to deepen your breath. And inviting movement back into your hands and into your feet. And if you're laying back, bending your knees, take your feet to the floor. And just rolling out to your right side, take a moment to pause, one last rest. And then dragging your way back up to sit. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope you experience the gifts of openness, acceptance, and love as you move through the rest of your week. The light in me honors the light within each and every one of you. Namaste.